Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature. I'm High Lord Tamberlane, and in front of me we got the Cao Wing Gundam, or Cao Cao Wing Gundam. Anyway, this is one of the new Sangoku Soketsuden SD Gundam models that Bandai Japan seems to be making for Bandai in Taiwan. But nevertheless, we have in Japanese and English, but no Chinese, which is really weird considering that's the market that this is really aimed at. So obviously this is based off of the Wing Zero Gundam, and you can read all that stuff there, and it has the two blades that end up forming a big honking sword, kind of like the Twin Buster Rifle or whatever it is that the Wing Gundam used. Truth be told, I've never actually watched all of Wing Gundam. I was too cool and too elitist when it was on TV in the US. I mean, already been indoctrinated far earlier than that when it was still airing in Japan and watching crappy fan subs, but that's another story for another day. So here we have the Cao Wing Gundam. Very nice looking art. And decent looking model, hopefully. Combine. Got tight. Alright. We have the ongoing story here with the... is it not the Sinaju? It is a Sinaju, maybe? Nightingale? Anyway, it's supposed to be Lubu, and obviously that's Cao Cao. So, let's take a look at the runners, and we will get him put together. Armor parts. Wing and head. I like the color choices. Clear bits. One thing that this line seems to have a lot of are transparent parts, and I've always been a big fan of the transparent parts on the SD Gundam models. So here we have the swords, which I'm sure has some kind of a special name, legs and internal parts. Sadly, no chrome. The days of chrome model parts seem to be done. Internals. And we just get boring shiny gold plastic. And finally, well, that's it for the stickers. Interesting. We have 5 of them. Well, it's not too bad. All right, let's get to work. Time to put them together. And we are going to, I'm going to take a wild guess. What did they suggest we start with? The head. Yes, head it is. Here's all the head parts. Front, back, inside, and crest on the head. And funny enough, we have the stickers there as well, because actually all 5 stickers are going to go on the head. So let's put those stickers on and put it all together. Now we got a head. A lot of surface detail if you want to panel that, or at least panel line it. I like the fact that we put the stickers on the silver part first, and then the head crest actually kind of lodges in to keep them nice and safe. Little Gundam chin thing is actually transparent, kind of a neat touch. Had a little bit of a challenge getting the eyes in the correct spot due to the piece being transparent, but all in all, we're okay. Let's build the body now. Now we have all the parts laid out for the body. Obviously we have the wings, the backpack it connects to, the front of the armor, and the clear transparent part that goes inside it, and then we have the internals. Actually accidentally stuck the hinge piece that connects to the bottom of the waist already in there. It slides in. You have the front and the shoulder joints and the head joints. So let's pop it all together. And we have our finished body, except for one thing. I forgot that this other red clear part is going to go right there on the chest, if I can actually get it lined up. Which it doesn't seem I can't. Come on, dude. Right there. Alright, that looks more like the wing. Probably look more like the wing with a head. Alright, why don't we do arms? Let's do the arms next. For some reason these colors and the look actually remind me more of the X than the wing. Or the double X, maybe. Anyway, all right, arms it is. Now it's time for the arms. Your shoulder pad actually consists of two parts, and then there's a clear translucent cover that goes on top of it, on both sides there. You have the main arm piece, one for each side obviously, with a hard plastic polycap type unit that comes from the internal sprue that's actually going to take care of the movement, and then finally a generic nondescript hand with no bottom because we're cutting corners, but whatever. All right, put it together. And now they're finished. So you can see here we have the translucent parts up on top there. Arm guards. Same thing on the other side. And now they're attached to the model. Not a whole lot of movement available, but you get what you get with an SD Gundam kit. So we'll deal with that. Not the end of the world. But let's move on and build the legs, and then we'll do the waist. So here in front of us we have all of the leg parts laid out, the actual feet, the shin guards, the legs, the extra joint, which is kind of surprising because you don't usually see this much movability in an SD Gundam leg, and finally the waist joint, translucent parts, and the armor. These two little things right here actually plug into the top joints. I guess some of the models use them. I don't know. I'm assuming this is the same basic internal frame for all of the Soketsuden models. So let's put it all together and let's finish the model, shall we? Legs are all done, and what I thought was a plug was, silly me actually, for the thigh, leg, skirt armor, whatever you want to call it. So with that, we can actually put our model together. And he's very shiny and chrome at the moment. That needs to get dealt with. Too much for me. I can't get him to stand up either. Now it wouldn't be an SD Gundam model without a plethora of weapons, would it? It would not. I'm not liking this shin armor on another part. It's on its own little peg there rather than attached to the model. So for the weapons we've got our twin buster sword. I don't know what they want to call it, but I'm assuming they kind of overlap somehow. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're supposed to go together somehow. Like, does one side go on top of the... yeah, there we go. There we go, okay. Two combined as one. And now it doesn't want to fit in his hand because I probably didn't combine it all the way. That's okay. Two blades are always better than one, despite how thin the handles seem. There we go. Okay, and last but not least, we need his little power soul, power chip, whatever this thing is. And I believe it's supposed to just slot into the backpack like that somehow. Anyway, model's all done. Nice little kit. I think of definitely worse things to spend my afternoon building. Pairs up nicely with some of the other models in the line. Sadly, I don't have any of my other SDs at home with me, so I will need to make sure the next time I build one of these Soketsuden models, we can see how they stack up with some other SD Gundams. And just for old time's sake, stick one of those Space Marines in there, in case you want to run them as Tau units or something. Anyway, hopefully you found this somewhat interesting, helpful, or entertaining, because I know these models are a pain to get outside, pain to get inside of Japan. Outside of Japan, they seem to be popping up everywhere. I managed to get this one at Barnes & Noble, especially with their 25% off sale going on. I can't complain about that. I do have quite a few that I've picked up over time from Taiwan, Hong Kong, and American distributors are slowly starting to get the other models in. So if you're interested, keep an eye out for them. They're not bad. They're not as nice as the old Sangoku line, but then again, I think I owned every single model with the exception of the Quebly model that came with the old DS game, but they re-released her anyway. So, alright, I'm going to wrap things up. Cao Wing Gundam here. Hi, Lord Tamberlane as well. Obscurities and Miniatures. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.